Nigeria election, vote delay a setback for democracy. Nigeria's opposition says the decision to postpone the February 14 presidential elections by 6 weeks is a major setback for democracy. The Election Commission said it moved the poll date because troops needed to protect polling stations were being deployed to fight Boko Haram. The postponement was welcomed by the ruling party, but the US said it was disappointed. Nigeria has been battling an insurgency by Boko Haram in the northeast. Thousands of people have died as a result of the militant group's insurgency over the past 6 years. Unfortunate development. APC Chairman John Odigio Yegun said the move to delay the elections until March 28, announced late on Saturday, was highly provocative and a major setback for Nigerian democracy. However, he urged Nigerians to remain calm and desist from violence and any activity which will compound this unfortunate development. People hold signs to protest against the postponement of elections, in Abuja, Nigeria, February 7, 2015. Earlier on Saturday, many protesters called for the vote to go ahead as scheduled. Adahiro Jiga, head of the Election Commission, speaking in Abuja on February 7, 2015. Election Commission Chief Adahiro Jiga said he had not been coerced into postponing the vote. Former military ruler Muhammadu Buhari from the All Progressives Congress, APC, is challenging incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan, who heads the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the upcoming elections. Correspondents say it looks set to be a tight race between the two. Opposition officials accuse the military of forcing the Electoral Commission into the delay to help the sitting president's campaign. However, Adahiro Jiga, head of the Election Commission, said the postponement was necessary as he had been told that troops would not be available to protect voters as they were too busy conducting operations against Boko Haram. The commission cannot lightly wave off the advice of the nation's security chiefs, he said. The country's national security advisor had called for a postponement last month, saying that more time was needed to distribute biometric voter cards. Line analysis. Will Ross, BBC Nigeria correspondent, Lagos. The delay is highly contentious and will be seen by many Nigerians as foul play. What is not clear at this stage is whether it will favor President Goodluck Jonathan or his rival, Muhammadu Buhari. Adahiro Jiga made a point of saying this was a decision taken by the Electoral Commission, but clearly the referee was under intense pressure. The Boko Haram conflict has raged for 5 years, but just days before the vote, Professor Jiga was suddenly told the entire military would be focused solely on the northeast. In other words, you are getting no help from the military, you are on your own. With the threat of violence so real, he was put in a tight corner. It seems highly unlikely that the conflict will be brought to an end within the next few weeks, so will the election be held at all? That may depend on whether some powerful personalities feel President Jonathan is well placed for a victory. Who are Nigeria's Boko Haram Islamists? How have Boko Haram become so strong? Line. The ruling PDP party praised the postponement, and said the commission was facing numerous logistical problems and numerous internal challenges, the AP news agency reported. However, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said the U.S. was deeply disappointed by the latest development. Political interference with the Independent National Electoral Commission is unacceptable, and it is critical that the government not use security concerns as a pretext for impeding the democratic process, he said. File photo: a young Nigerian refugee who fled an attack by Boko Haram militants in the town of Baga at a camp in Bagasola, January 26, 2015. More than 1 million people have been displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency. Parliamentary elections due to take place on February 14 have also been postponed to March 28, and elections for state governors and assemblies slated for February 28 have been moved to April 11. The Boko Haram insurgency has led to more than 1 million people fleeing their homes. The militants control a large stretch of land in northeastern Nigeria but have also started attacking neighboring countries, including Niger and Cameroon.